Jeff Castro.
I see Saad as one of the most passionate people I know.
Impression of Saad was I was finally free.
So my question would be this: when you come to the piece of art on the 6th floor that addresses this question about a mural that is just the first
Thank you. So we're going to start right away for the tour of the work and the art. So for a better world, a world of love and compassion where people are together, and look at it and keep her in your mind. She's a great soul in Cincinnati.
And it reflects just my feelings every day, what I go through. I have visual impairment, so the new work that I'm working on, these pieces you're welcome to feel. The writing is raised so that people with visual disabilities can enjoy it as well.
And I like Mr. Lincoln, and I like Helen Keller, and I like what they stood for. And I think that you can get at that sort of through their eyes, even though Helen Keller couldn't see you. She probably knew you very well. And the Lincoln was very interesting because I think he has not just a split personality, but was very conflicted, and that's what I wanted to get at that as well. So anyway, enjoy it.
Thank you, Scott. I know we have next. Midori, you're here. Okay, Midori is here. And do you want to say a few words about your painting, Midori?
My painting shows the fragile bond between mother and child, which is easily broken by the lack of peace and justice in our world.
Thank you very much, Midori. Okay.
The modern society tries to disconnect us as really
Salut! Comment ça va? Salut! Comment ça va?
Numbers like tens of thousands a year, if you include the dolphins that they're also slaughtering. 1982, the International Whaling Committee banned commercial whaling, but for some reason the Japanese just continue to find loopholes in the laws and the rules, and I think mainly just thumbing their nose at the West, saying, well, this is something you can't stop us from doing. This is one thing we're going to hold on to. We lost our empire, but we're not going to let go of this. And I think it's just insane that they're still doing this. He's holding on to this nonsense. I mean, some of these whales they're slaughtering are in danger, like meat whales are getting close. Fin whales definitely very close. There's only maybe 250,000 fin whales left in the world that are still slaughtering these things. And these are the numbers they admit to. I imagine it's much further than that. And that's pretty much what those pieces are about. There's particularly the one with the can. So I've seen photos of grocery stores in Japan with canned whale meat. I just find that just completely shocking. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Anna, for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Catherine's piece is right here.
Hi, this piece is a recreation of a mural by the artist Giano di Bondone, which doesn't exist anymore, so I took pieces of figures from his other murals and made this mural go to the subject matter of peace and justice, socio-political peace and justice, since really it doesn't matter what color your baby is. So, thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. The next.
I call it 3 messages from a collapsing civilization. Guess which civilization? And it's not all gloom and doom, because there's a lot of hopeful stuff here. Basically, I started out with 3 poems that are going into the poetry show because I was cleaning up the farm because we had to leave it.
What I feel so frequently now, maybe it's the political temperature that we constantly are exposed to in our nation, but it's also, I think, our relationships with other cultures. The keeping of this fist is not allowing the unfoldment, the beautiful unfoldment of reaching out and having relationship and having mutual understanding. So this is sort of my meditation on getting past the fist, having more of a beautiful blossom, and then opening up, extending the hand, and having a prosperous relationship with others.
I was born in Lebanon. I grew up in Lebanon, and I went to medical school there. So I lived all my young life until the age of 23 in Lebanon. When I was 23, I graduated from medical school, and I came to Paris. I got a scholarship from the French government. And then when I was in Paris, the Civil War started. It was 1975. And at the time, I was doing genetics and hematology, which were kind of more, not so much patient-oriented. And I was wondering with the war whether I should do something more practical. And then I decided to come to the United States. And I came, it was 1976.
It's not for sale. It's not for sale. It doesn't cost. It's not for sale. It's not for sale.
Before Saad was doing the SOS show, I don't think anybody else was doing it, and certainly not on that type of scale. You'd see isolated work here and there, but you just didn't see anything that was concentrated on the whole concept of peace and justice, and not just the art, how he brought the poetry into it, and so I think he's become a very important voice in the Cincinnati art world and else, because he doesn't come across as self-advancing or threatening. I mean, he's very, very authentic.
Saad holds passion for a lot of things. He is obviously an ardent creator of art, an ardent collector of art. He is a champion of the creative life in Cincinnati, but he is a convener. And I think that people who invite other people to come together for any activity is such an important part of community.
They play together like sisters, is how they play. Oh, that's good. Give me another smile, silly.
He wants to date on me. He wants to. Hey, Caleb, that's with me. He wants me. Look at me. Yeah, I didn't want to stay.
Bring together thousands of volunteer hours to conceive of and to build and to install this show. And it runs for 9 weeks, and 90,000 people come to enjoy the result of community creativity. all ages, all ethnicities. You know, every year we try to do a different country. This year it's Japan. Last year it was India. The year before it was China. So we bring information about these different cultures to the Cincinnati public, and that's very important to me.
Most human beings are so focused on their own personal self, they're not generous with their time, their energy, or their resources. And Saad is generous.
So I really felt that it would be great if we can have a gathering of all the people in Cincinnati who work for peace and justice. So the first meeting, probably 60 people came. And we said, listen, we are here, we would like to have here an event, a show that we want to call, we didn't know, we hadn't yet picked the name. So we said, what do you think, what name should be? And everyone was excited. People said, yeah, it's important, we need to do it, we need to do that. And that's how it started.
The shows that Saad put on, I finally had a venue in a place where I could express myself and my true feelings about what the world is about. There are no other venues in the city that allow you that freedom. Most of the time, people don't care to hear what your opinion of the world is about. But in Saad's shows, it was encouraged. And it was not only encouraged, it flourished. And not only it flourished for me as an individual, you got to hear other people and other people's ideas and what the world's like. Not just about flowers and trees and all that kind of stuff, but serious concepts about the world.
He believes the answer to everything is working with others and giving others an opportunity to share their voices.
That it brings so many people together, and at all levels of expression. You have young, old, you have people who have never done this, and people who are professional, and all of them come together to say something about what they believe in. Organizing it can be heavy, but I don't mind, because through organizing it and through dealing with individuals in preparation for it, I get to know many of these persons on a personal level. I like that, because I become really friends with them, and I know where they're coming from, and then I see their work and I see their interaction. So yeah, it's kind of this personal relationship with people that I think is very enriching to me. The diversity, I'm really all the time taken by the diversity of expressions, by the different themes, by the different ways people say things. I think it's so strong. The book of poetry, the same. It's bringing poets to write poetry on peace and justice, to publish their work, to connect with visual artists, to do drawings, to meet, to read. All of these are opportunities that are important, I think.
I believe peace is what the world needs. Peace makes me happy and my family and everyone around the world. No more guns pointing at each other. Instead, hugs given around the world. War leads to more war, but love leads to peace.
We know He lives in our searching minds. And although He has left us, His beauty reaches us. As the earth shifts, another season climbs through our window. We can live in cold times only. This year we'll sweep these leaves, clearing a path, believing He lives in our minds.
Well, when I came to Cincinnati, I met so many artists here, because I was organizing art shows in the medical library, and I befriended all of these artists, and finally their pieces became my friends too. So I would get a piece, because I would know the artist, and I will get a piece of art from them, and They will become my friends. I will see them every day. I know the story behind them. And if you look on this wall, you have so many friends, so many stories that are really have become part of my life, my daily life.
He tells me while he dances me, words different than words. He takes me from under my arm and plants me in a distant cloud. And the black rain in my eyes falls down showers and showers. He carries me with him, he carries me to an evening of rose balconies, and I am like a child in his hand, like a feather transported by winds. He offers me sun, he offers me summer, and a flock of swallows. He tells me I am his wonder. I equal thousands of stars. I am a treasure, and more beautiful than any painting he has ever seen. Words that overturn my history and make me into a woman in seconds. He builds me a castle of illusions I inhabit only for moments. And I return to my table, nothing with me but words. Words different than words.
If you want a plant to grow, you need to have soil and you need to have water. If you have the soil, the plant will find itself. So in a way, in what I'm doing, I'm creating this opportunity. I'm making the soil available in a way. But it's not, I'm not going and convincing someone to come to my soil. I mean, the soil is there and the plants come and grow in it.